Hey guys and gals, thanks for joining me back in another Star Citizen ship review. So today, I'm going to give you guys a quick overview of my Constellation Andromeda. This is absolutely my favorite ship in the game. I'm really hoping to one day scrape up the cash. I'm going to probably pledge this thing. I love it. I love flying it around. It's amazing. I think it's like the perfect size. It has enough power behind it. The missiles are insane. The thing comes with 24 like size 2s and 28 size 1s. It's amazing. Just a complete missile boat almost. I want to give you guys just a quick overview of this thing and show you why it's one of my favorite ships. So to start with, the cockpit. Let's take a look at this from the outside real fast. Man, it looks like it would be really hard to see out of, and you know the ship kind of has these like crossbars, right? But it's actually okay, you know, because you have the floor and you get pretty good view, and you know staying on target's pretty easy even though that crossbar is there. But let's move over here to the back. Let's look at these weapons real fast, okay? Now these things look massive, right? Top weapon, and this is my personal loadout. These are the size 5s. Below, these right here, size 4s. Cannons. All pilot controlled. So you have 2 on the top, 2 size 5s, 2 on the bottom, size 4s. Those are all pilot controlled. I tell you what, I'm going to get you guys into Urkel Games right now. So let's jump over there and I'll give you a full rundown of the whole loadout of this whole ship real fast. And I'll see you back. Okay, here we are at Urkel Games. If you have not heard of Urkel Games, this is probably one of the best sites for Star Citizen, period. It's not 100% accurate, but it's usually pretty dang close most of the time. And I think as the patches get longer, the more accurate it actually gets. But if you haven't been, you can see in the top of the screen right here, Urkel Games. Just type this in, and that will take you to where you need to go, and I will leave a link to this in the video description. So here is my loadout for the Constellation Andromeda. All you have to do is come over here, select your ship in the list, and it will give you the stock components, and then you trade it out for what you need. It gives you all your calculations of the DPS, the fuel, the shields, everything that you need right here to base your decision on. Now, just because it says the DPS, you know, depends on how the ship plays and how long you can stay on target. All that stuff makes a difference. So especially like gimbaled versus non-gimbaled. Gimbaled usually is going to stay on target longer because, you know, finer adjustments will keep your guns on target. But here's what I have. I have switched my repeaters out for M7As. So these usually come with size 5 gimbals with the same size, I guess, 4 repeaters. So they come with repeaters all the way around. I took the gimbals off, put the size 5 laser cannons. These are locked, as I said. So you're stuck with size 4s on this, and that's because of the landing gear. So you can change this to any size 4 that you want. So I went with the M6A cannons. So the size 4. So size 5 cannons, size 4 cannons. These are all pilot controlled. The turrets I've left the same. They're the 2x2 Badgers on the top, 2x2 Badgers on the bottom turrets. But where the ship really shines and it's a lot of fun with, and even though they're smaller missiles, it's still, you know, they still can do some damage, especially towards like smaller craft that are coming at you and such. But, you know, shooting for these at a time at something, man, you can get some nice hits on these. So, you know, it comes with 24, I believe, of the Strike Force 2, and then you get 28 of the Marksman missiles. So that's a huge loadout of missiles. I mean, that's insane. Like, let's cruise on down here to our shields. I'm running the FR86. All this is military grade A right now. So military grade A, FR86 shields. Then I'm running the JS400 military grade A power plants. We're going to scroll up here. Now I've got the 2 of the military grade A avalanche coolers, and I am running the XL1. Man, I highly recommend this, guys. If you're not using this, I think this is the best. you know, quantum drive. It gets you there fast. Fuel's not an issue right now. We're in the same system. It's not that big of a deal. So if you want to get to places fast, you know, here's your go-to. But anytime you want to look at any of this stuff or where you need to get it, when you click on it, it'll tell you over here, like M6A, the cannons. Like if you want to switch your repeaters out for these M6As, all you do is you scroll down here and it tells you every place down here that you can buy that M6A at, which is almost staying everywhere. Jeez. So this is my loadout. This is the loadout that I run. Again, this is because I normally have somebody with me, so the cannons are not that big of a deal. I don't have to run the gimbals. But let's get you back for the rest of this review. This cargo bay in the Andromeda is a 96 SCU. So, you know, still medium cargo, still pretty decent. You know, it's not as much as the Taurus. The Taurus, you know, Constellation is like 176, but it's specifically used for cargo, and you lose half of your midsection armor. So it's like 20,000 HP on this, and the midsection on the Taurus is only 10,000. So, you know, I know the shields are really good, they're size 3 and everything, but, you know, if you're going for a straight up, you know, battleship or whatever, I think the Andromeda wins just, you know, missiles alone. All the Constellation series still has the same pilot controlled weapons. But let's open up this cargo bay so I can show you guys. Man, you can easily fit an Ursa. You can fit a Rock, you know, a couple of STVs, probably like 4 PTVs. I mean, you know, it's a nice size cargo bay to fit, you know, you're getting around vehicles for any of those bunker missions or anything like that. It's pretty nice. You can control panel right here to get up. Pretty decent. So I know as you guys are watching this and looking around, I keep kind of glancing at this, but this is a cool feature that is also completely broken at this moment, at least for me. In 3.17.5, I cannot get this thing to undock. The last 3 times I've tried this, I have gotten stuck in the pilot seat. When they get this fixed, or when they get it fixed in 3.18, it's going to be so cool to be able to undock this and play around with it and then, you know, easily dock it back. Once they get the mechanics of this worked out, this is going to be really cool. I think this ship will even become more popular. But, you know, it's a little, I believe it's a little P-72 snub fighter. You got your 2 size 1s, and then I believe you got a size 1 Gatling on the front of it. It's a pretty cool little ship. I guess I don't know the exact specs of this, but I've never really paid attention to it that much because I've never been able to really fly it. So let's run you guys inside the ship and give you a rundown. Elevator. This is the way I go in and out of the ship pretty much the whole time I'm playing it. It's just a lot faster than that whole cargo bay. This is a little glitched. Also, especially if you're trying to go up with 2 people, the people want to tend to spaz out. But one of the things I really love is when the power's off, man, you get these blue kind of tinted lights. It's a nostalgic feeling, I guess, kind of like Aliens feeling. But let's jump in this pilot seat real fast. Let me show you a little bit of the screens and get this baby powered up so we have lights. So, to start with, like I said, missiles galore, right? You can see over here, right over here, you have the Marksman 28, and then you have another 24, right? So let me show you guys this. So when you're in it and the power's up, you see these, right behind the rear engines, you can see these little rods that are sticking out now. Those are your missile pods that come out. So let me rotate this camera so you guys can see this. You see these two, see 4, those rods that have come out? Those are your missile pods for your missiles. Not to mention the 4 on the top that come up. So here, let me see if I can get this going for you guys, right? There they are. And when you switch to your missiles, 4 pods on the top and the 4 pods on the side. Just a nasty ship, nasty. So let's put us back in. So one thing to point out, this thing has amazing displays, right, everywhere. But when you're in battle and you have kind of like the immersive settings on where, you know, the camera zooms in and kind of follows the target a little bit, I personally don't have a Tobii eye tracker yet. I would love to have one, so maybe that's something I'll be looking at in the future. But I switch this panel to here, and I switch the target panel to here, and then they pretty much stay in your view the whole time. And then you have all these panels to do, you know, whatever else you want to do with and switch them up. I usually leave this middle one on the comms or whatever, or maybe the power, but that's how I run it. So let's jump out of the seat. Okay, let's talk about these turrets for a second. Top turret. Let's see if I can jump in this thing real quick for you guys. I want to show you the view and how much you can actually see out of this top turret. When my lady plays with me, she's pretty much in the top turret all the time because it just has the most view. It's easier to see everything, right? So here we are on the top. The power's on, but look, I mean, you can almost go like straight up with this thing, so you can really rotate around. Yeah, I mean, there's so much view that you can see. The top turret is just kind of the best in my opinion. Let's get out of this. Let me show you the bottom turret real fast. And you can get in the bottom turret in the hangar because it does not hit the floor. I know some ships are kind of a little weird with that. So just pay attention to the nose of your ship and make sure there's not anything, you know, close to it when you're trying to do it. So lower turret. Okay, here we are. Lower turret is still not that bad, right? But you can see, like, okay, there's a full up, full down. You can't go all the way down with it like you can go straight up on the top. So a little less view, but still 360 all the way around. You can still get a pretty decent shot on it, except for when you're directly looking, you know, 180 at the back. That's it right there, top to bottom. That's all you get. But not bad, right? One of the things that I was considering here, especially maybe when 318 comes, is we do a lot of PvE. We do a lot of bounties. So I'm thinking maybe we change the lower turret to ballistics and leave the top turret as repeaters. Since it's usually just the two of us, I can have her jump down to the bottom, use the ballistics until the ballistics run dry. Once they're dry, then she can jump back to the repeater. Or maybe there's a larger target we want to use the ballistics on. So, you know, she can switch turrets pretty quickly. You know, I can, you know, jump out, make sure shields are up, come back in when she switches the turret. So just for an idea, if you guys are thinking about loadouts and what you want to do. So let me give you guys a quick view of the back of the ship, and we'll finish this up. So here's our kind of like common area. You know, there's supposed to be a table here. I don't know if that's coming in the future. I don't know if it's certain ships, or I would assume this would maybe pop up, which would be kind of awesome since you have the seating here, but I'm not sure what they're going to do with it. So we have our storage kind of stuff, our you know, bathroom, toilet area. We have, you know, our lockers. No need to open those. We have our gun racks right here that you can put the guns in. And then we have 4 of our beds to log out in for a crew of 4. Not sure why you would ever need that on this ship, but they are there. This is our cargo bear area. Again, 96 SEU. Open and close it from the top. Same panel on the other side. We have our airlocks, one on each side. And as you can see, here's our missiles, our stowage of missiles. Pretty cool. We have some of our generators here. Cannot wait till that becomes a thing. Gravity generator. Here's the rest of them. And then here is what I was going to show you guys with the little snub fighter. This is how you get in. I am not going to get in because I'm not going to get stuck again. But yeah, this is it right here. You get in and you're supposed to be able to hit in and undock and everything, and it just drops the ship out the back. But right now you're just getting stuck. Hopefully soon, guys. Hopefully soon. But that kind of wraps it up. You know, this is the full back of the ship. You know, you can store all kind of stuff in here. It has good cargo, but because of the missiles and stuff, it makes it that, you know, that gunship. But thanks for sticking with me, guys, if you're still here. Here's another airlock up here. But yeah, thanks for sticking with me if you're still here. Thanks for checking out the videos. I'm hoping I'm giving you guys some good information on, you know, if there's ships out there that you're looking at and you're just unsure about them and you don't need somebody going through every piece of technical information that's out there. But, you know, you want to see how people are playing with them. This is kind of the ship and what I use and what I use it for, mostly just PvE. But please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. It helps me stay motivated, help me keep getting all these videos out to you guys. So I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you.